Hi everybody, this is Chuck Myers, 220 Studios. In this video, I just wanted to share some pictures and go through them with you of an NFL game I shot with my Sony gear back in December. So this game, this was the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I shot the game with two cameras, and it was the Sony A9, and on the A9 I had the 100 to 400 G Master variable aperture lens, and my second camera was the A7RIII, and on that camera I used the 70 to 200 G Master 2.8. The reason I went with that combination, put the shorter focal length on the A7R3, knowing that with the extra megapixels that I'd have the ability to crop in post and still maintain excellent resolution if I needed to. And on the A9, I used the longer focal length, and I do love that 100 to 400 lens. Shooting at f5.6 isn't ideal, but I did it, and I shoot a lot of sports with that camera and lens, and to this point, I've been incredibly impressed with it. So let's go through it. Just show you some pictures and enjoy. So here's, we'll just start at the beginning of the game, just shooting some pre-game stuff. This was when, shortly after Ryan Shazier had got hurt. So we had some decorated cleats. Let me back out here. Sorry about that. And here's some shots coming out of the tunnel. This is a cool shot. This is a little kind of a silhouette turned black and white. This is Antonio Brown coming out of the tunnel. Here's Roethlisberger. Again, I was sitting there with the A7R3, and at this point, before the game, when I was sitting down there by the tunnel, I had the 70 to 200 2.8 on the A7R3. Zoom in here. This is ISO 1600, as you can see. Looks good. There's a ton of detail. This is full res. This is not cropped at all. So really sharp. Looks good. Let's keep moving through here. We'll stop on a couple. This was, I think this was Bell's first touchdown of the game, and this is coming right at me. And I have the A7R3 with the 7200 2.8, and this touchdown run is gonna come right at me. And I was pretty pleased with the focus tracking on it. I don't think the A7R3 is quite as sharp a focus tracking as the A9. I mean, the A9 is just phenomenal from a focus tracking and speed standpoint. The A7R3 is certainly much improved, but I've noticed that just be a little more susceptible to missing, where the A9 very rarely have that problem. But this is actually coming right at me, which is always a difficult situation for a camera. And I think the shots are good. The camera performed admirably, and I pretty much nailed the shots. Okay, we'll just go through them here. Here he comes. He's breaking the tackle. He's getting close to the end zone here. We'll just zoom in. This is not cropped at all. This is full res. And I don't know, I was trying to find the focus point in this image. I thought that it might have been just a little bit off, but it's not bad. Here's Bell standing in the end zone, ISO 200, f2.8. Pretty good shot here, I like that. Lots of detail, really sharp. Like I said, the A9 I think definitely tracks a little bit better, but boy, I like having that resolution of the A7R3, and the extra frame rate in it is certainly excellent too. It just there's so much detail and resolution in the images. They're just you could tell they're a little bit thicker. I don't know if that means anything, but I don't know. There's just a lot of detail, and I certainly love the camera. The A9, definitely for speed and locking on, and and getting sharp focus still can't be beat. Yeah, you got to have this. Got to get the camera right in the guy's face. That's great. Okay, let's move on. There's a pretty good one between AB and Le'Veon Bell. This is ISO 5000. Okay, all right, let's see what else we got here. Maybe we'll just keep cruising through them. Long pass down the sideline to Antonio Brown. 1/1600ths of a second, f2.8, ISO 4000. This is the A7RIII. Here we go. Now this is cropped in. Show you how much. So cropped in pretty good there. It was at 152 millimeters out of the 70 to 200 range. And we'll just, so we're getting 4,300 by 2,900 pixels, and you can still really see the eyeball in there. It's frozen nicely, so lots of detail from that image. Okay, still looks great even cropped in that much at ISO 4000. Keep moving. Roethlisberger under center. Here's a good shot of a touchdown again coming right at me. ISO 3200, 1/1600th of a second. This was a night game, so this was all under just the stadium lighting, which in the NFL is pretty good, I've found. So, nice shot there. Again, here he is right in front of me. ISO 3200. Good. That image, this image is not cropped at all. It's full res. Same thing. Oh, here was the national anthem singer. She was phenomenal. This is shot with the A9, and this is cropped in pretty good. She's out at at midfield. Couldn't get real close, but still fantastic image, and even better performer. She was phenomenal. Okay, we got some close-ups now here. So here, this is a A7RIII again, ISO 3200. You can see everything on there. This is cropped in pretty good and still nice detail. Here's full res, no cropping on this one. Cropped in a little tighter here. It's still 5000 by 3300. Here's 5000 by 3300 again, roughly. And I'll just keep paging through these here until see something interesting. So here's an image. This is with the A9, and this is zoomed all the way in at 400. And when you do that, of course, it's going to shoot at f5.6. And you can see the ISO jumps up to 6400 there, and I had to drop the shutter speed to 1/800th. But still, so this is even cropped a little bit, and we still, if we can kind of pan around, nice detail. Would have liked to have a little higher shutter speed, of course, but if you don't zoom in, you really can't see it. But noise I like here at 6400, not bothering me at all. Nice noise pattern, nice grain. Okay, again, this is the A9, 100 to 400 lens shot at 209. It's at f5.6. So even at f5.6, you know, I like the blurred out background. I like the effect we get there. You get nice compression in the image. I don't mind shooting at f5.6 other than the less light you can gather, and you got to jump the ISO up a little bit. But 6400 on that A9 really does not bother me a whole lot. It's very nice. I don't see any problems with that at all. There we go, ISO 5000 on the A9. Here we go, zoomed all the way in, 400 millimeters, ISO 6400. Nice detail there. That's a 1-to-1 crop here in Lightroom. That's nice. There's the image. Looking good. I'll just keep flipping through these again. See if we can make out anything here on his little bit. Okay, these are all A9 shots. A9 again zoomed in at 400. ISO 6400. Looks good. I like it a lot. Cropped in just a little bit. But nice detail, and like I say, A9 is just phenomenal for nailing that focus, getting sharp images. Okay, here we are back to the A7RIII at 200. Now I'm back to 2.8, and then you can see ISO dropping down. This is at ISO 3200. And with that 2.8 then, so I was able to crank the shutter speed up most of the game when I was using it, which is going to give you sharper images. But we'll just look at some of the detail in here. This is cropped a little bit. We're still at 5100 by 3400. And of course I'm zoomed in here at 1-to-1. Zoom back out. We got a good shot. Here, like this one here. This is really cropped in pretty good. Well, it's at 4700 by 3200. This is the A9 at 100 millimeters, f5.6. And here's where we start. Cropping a little bit, and just awesome detail here. See the whites of the eyes. Just looks great. Here we go again. This is A7RIII. Zoom in. So at ISO 3200, we can kind of see kind of green we're getting, and it's still very pleasing. No problem at all. Like this one here, got the defender going up to block the pass. No cropping here. This is full res, 42 megapixels, ISO 4000. Nice shot here. You can kind of cruise around this image a little bit and look at it. Defender out of focus. Nice noise pattern, I think. And we got a good shot there. A9 zoomed in all the way at 400. Certainly can't beat that zooming into 400. Very nice. A9 again at 400, ISO 6400, and pretty darn clean. Just trying to get a wide shot under one of the goalposts. I had the 12 to 24 along with me. There's an interception. So here I'm on the A7RIII, and got my settings messed up a little bit. 1/1600 at f5.6 wouldn't be any reason to be at f5.6. So, but hey, it happens fast out there. So I made a little mistake on this one, but shot's still good. So we're at ISO 6400 here on the A7RIII. You can see that noise is a little more noticeable than it is on the A9. Pixels a little more densely packed onto that sensor. Roethlisberger calming everybody down. Again, A9, 6400 zoomed into 400. A7RIII at 200, 2.8, ISO 4000. So this is cropped. Here's where we start. This is really cropped in pretty good. And where are we at? 4700 by 3100. And we go in at 1:1 and still a ton of detail in there. Really cool. Okay, and that's about it. So it took you through 75 images. All right, hope you found this interesting. And thanks. Be back again with another video. See ya.